Hey, I'm Maria back with another video. I'm trying to think whether I want to step out to go get my groceries now or wait a few more hours before the sun goes, or right before the sun goes down. I really don't want to deal with the heat today. I'm dressed ready to go, but still just don't really have the motivation to walk out the door. But I was thinking about some of the videos that I made earlier today, and it I'm thinking of a lot of targeted individuals. They're in an unfortunate position. I mean, all targeted individuals are in an unfortunate position. But I think in my case, because my daily routine was so structured, the going home, the go to work, go home, and just like the pretty much routine interactions that I had, it was easy for me to start pinning things down, timelines and whatnot. Um, when I think of what I suspect the culprits are involved in this, aside from my family, um, going back on Facebook, it would seem like that would be likely. I don't want to come off like I'm accusing people, but it seems likely. I feel as though what gang stalking really is it's a game, is what it is. It's a game of foolish competition that really has no purpose, obviously, because when I think about the um, the point of all of it, like what is the point of gossiping about somebody and then going into their workplace and nagging them and then trying to take their jobs away and limiting their freedom and limiting their abilities and doing all these sort of things without bringing about some sort of resolution. It doesn't make any sense. So when you have the opportunity to, get some clarification, to get these people to fess up, they won't do it. So it's almost like it's more fun. They enjoy the exhilaration of the game, the gossip, the mind games is what they really are enjoying. So it's not, and the part that bothers me is that, and I remember getting a comment on my Facebook page about, are you aware that employers, look at Facebook and they, basically judge your character based on what's going on Facebook. What was on my Facebook page, I had nothing like what I consider to be incriminating on my Facebook page. So basically what's going on around me, gossip, discussions, or whatever, is going on outside of myself, meaning it's being created by people on Facebook and it has nothing to do with me, and it's all gossip. Okay, so the people that I kind of suspected, and I had not contacted a person about it yesterday. Now, if in fact they're not guilty, then come out and say you're not guilty. How hard is it? All you can say is, whatever, whatever. But obviously, my family knows this person as well as other people on Facebook. So it seems as though, nobody really wants to resolve the issue. They are more than willing to bring somebody involve somebody in a game that they never asked to play. And then once they fleece them, they want to shuck responsibility. And then they want to throw religion in on top of it. It makes no sense to me. And I can't help but feel a huge sense of resentment for the time and the money that I've lost, as well as being stripped of everything that I possibly own. Now, I would have been a far more understanding if they just came right out and came out and fessed up, and instead of, you know, basically destroying your life and then taking off running. That's basically how that goes. So I do get upset about that. I'm extremely upset about that because they create dramas that really aren't warranted. I know that people talk about, oh well, you came on Facebook, with that picture. Of course, I'm going to go on Facebook with that picture. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and roll out of bed and take a picture on Facebook. Everybody shows their best picture. It's a picture, okay? You're supposed to be at your best on Facebook. Anybody knows that. Some people take it a little further. Some people want to stand in front of certain monuments, or they want to show off their fancy vacation or their new car or something like that. But just one picture, okay? And then in the few updated pictures, still, I mean, I'm being harassed over nothing, and I think that's really ridiculous. I've seen people's LinkedIn profiles. I see a lot of women, um, that I personally feel. Now, my LinkedIn page, to me, it just had my face on there, but I've seen some people on LinkedIn, where I feel as though there's no reason for you to show more than your face on LinkedIn. Some of these people are like in poses that I'm thinking, okay, are you on the wrong page? I mean, maybe you should be on a dating site. So there is nothing wrong with me, and I think there's a lot of drama that gets created over nothing. I really do. And once they've damaged you, they want to run away from their responsibility, and that irritates me. Um, I feel as though, they want to basically throw you into a pit of danger, and then they want to run away after you're the one who has to suffer and you're left there with no closure. That angers me to no end. Um, and how could it not? It would be different if they just said, well, I made this mistake, I assumed this, and blah, 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 blah. I suspect the girl who I was referring to, I suspect that she was indoctrinated, into the system like everybody else. And still, the judgment wasn't actually wise, but, I could have forgiven it, you know what I mean? But nothing is ever said or done to rectify the situation. And that's where gang stalking is dangerous, because it leaves you with no support system. It leaves you in a state of absolute utter confusion and of not knowing where to turn. And then you got these people, they're concerned about their feelings. They're concerned about, well, how they're feeling. Well, I'm feeling really depressed right now, or I'm feeling, I'm upset. They're worried about their feelings. Or maybe they're traumatized because they realize, the situation and what it really is and what they've really done, and now they're worried about how they feel. And then you're just sitting here like, well, what the fuck? You did this to me, so what am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to lean on? You know what I mean? No one. Okay? And I just feel like, oh my God, I can't be blamed for any of that at all. I mean, my participation on Facebook was very, very small. I mean, I would get on Facebook and I would try to make conversation with the people that I used to know. And I realized that some of these people were just kind of acting weird towards me. And now I realize that it was their own drama. So I'm basically being punished for something that these people created on their own. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever fucking goddamn ever. All I can say, I know that when it comes to employers, and I mentioned this before, employers really using Facebook to base or try to get an idea of a person's character is a serious flaw. Okay, I mean, for several reasons. Because number one, I did mention that sometimes you're basing it on things that really, if you compare it to employment law, you would be violating rights. For example, if a person has a certain political affiliation or whatever. And then, of course, the natural tendency that people have to gossip, okay? So believe me, all the Facebook activity has nothing to do with me. I have absolutely nothing to do with any of that. It took me a long time to put the connection between Facebook, workplace mobbing, because I remember getting mobbed out of jobs before. My family was always like creating problems, but like all of this, like I never would have connected the whole Murray Family Farms thing with anything related to Facebook. I would have never done that. Okay, but now I'm starting to look back and I'm thinking, okay, well that's right after I left organized sports, and then all of this weird stuff started happening. So I'm starting to put two and two together. And so now what? What now? So what happens to the people who are responsible for this? They just walk away and they just kind of wash their hands from it. And I'm sitting here wondering, okay, well, what about me? What happens to me? I didn't do anything. I'm the one who's continually paying a price for something I didn't do. And some people would sit there and try to put some blame on you, like, well, you look nice in your face. Don't even give me that shit, okay? If you don't look nice in your Facebook picture, get the fuck off of Facebook, because you really shouldn't be on there, okay? Everybody is, if you were going to send a picture of yourself to an old friend, you know you're going to dig out the best picture you got, okay? I mean, no, it's a no-brainer. It's so stupid to even think that, you know? I'm absolutely disgusted. And then to turn around and act as if something is wrong with my LinkedIn page, that's absolutely retarded. My face is on LinkedIn, okay? Just my face. I'm not making any sexy smirks. I'm not doing any weird erotic poses. It's just my goddamn face. So what exactly is it? It's a bunch of hype is what it is, and I'm tired of it. I just get absolutely tired of it. Facebook and all these, like, you know, what do you call it? All these social sites, okay, are creating major problems. I got a comment from somebody just recently saying that her son doesn't want to go to school anymore, all because of bullshit on Facebook, and all because of that, you know. Now, people were basically during the community harassment or whatever, you're constantly being put in positions where people want to test you. They want to see how you're going to react to certain situations. And the thing is, how are these people, these perps who got involved in my targeting, how are they reacting to the situation? I've given them adequate time to make a comment, to make a statement, to do something, to make a reaction or do anything, but guess what? They don't do it. So my integrity is not the one. My integrity doesn't have to be called into question. It doesn't, okay? It's someone else's integrity that needs to be called into question. So I get tired of it. I get tired of paying the price for stupid things. You know, I go into places of business all the time, and I see women wearing makeup. As long as it's in good taste, it's fine. I mean, I've never even thought or even considered that something like that could even be a big deal. Okay, but one person says something, and it's a social cancer that spreads throughout the town. It's bullshit. And it's bullshit. And you know what? That's one of the reasons why we have sexual harassment laws, because women are constantly being accused of bullshit like that, okay? A woman can dress any way she wants to, provided it's not in a provocative manner, okay? I see women, a lot of women, around town even, wearing short shorts where you can basically see the crack of their ass. I see women who wear shirts that are so low cut that I can see their boobs. They're the only thing, I mean, their boobs are literally spilling out of their clothes, okay? But yet these people are socializing, they're getting on with their life, and yet somebody says one thing about me and I'm a target. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. You know, I'm tired of being accused of shit that I never did, okay? Yeah, I like Steve Lyles. I really do. I like him. But, you know, I don't know him very well, okay? So I've given him time to get to know me. If he is indeed in town, well, then he can either come over here or he can respond to my messages, okay? But as far as my suspicions about the other people who are related, who are involved in all this, I'm sure he could communicate that message to them, okay? And so everything can be cleared up. They've had adequate time. So what you're dealing with are cowards. These people are fucking cowards, okay? They like to bully people. They like to create all the problems. But when push comes to shove, they're cowards and they will not show their face. That's bullshit. Bullshit. So anyway, I think I said basically all I wanted to say, you know, but there's a lot to be said about bullying, because, you know, bullying, it always takes its form in groups. It never ever has the guts to stand up and face it on their own. They only want to impose bullshit if they can do it to another person. If they can, like my family. My family's weak pieces of shit. They don't want to say this, so they'll have somebody else say it because they're weak. My family is fucking weak, and I'm tired of them. So I'm very glad to purge them. Okay, I absolutely have no desire to reconcile with them whatsoever. And some people might think, well, it's a lonely world. I will tell you that. Okay, it is a very lonely world. Okay, but you can't only take so much abuse. Okay, I mean, and I'm done with it. I don't even want to be in a situation where I have to deal with anybody's abuse anymore. And that's a wise decision on my part. You know, but yeah, I mean, these thoughts start coming through, you know what I mean? You have to think about, you know, what's right and what's wrong. And, you know, obviously, these people are sitting here questioning my moral judgments when they're the ones who I need to question their moral judgments, okay? Because if you were to do that to somebody, basically rob somebody from everything that they have, destroy their life, shred it apart, and then just dust your hands off and walk away, what the fuck? Who kind of person are you? I mean, seriously, people, think about it. Wrapping up this video. Be back with another one later.